This is a Fox News at 9 special report.
Hello, I'm Brian Wolf. We interrupt programming for breaking news in Uvalde County, where there's been a fatal crash involving a church bus. Sky Fox just arrived on the scene, where we are getting our first live pictures at this hour. An eyewitness has described what he has called a horrific and gruesome scene. And sadly, we've learned there are multiple people who have lost their lives in this accident that happened shortly after 2. Here's what we know. Law enforcement have shut down Highway 83 North just south of Garner State Park. Now, Garner State Park sits about 90 miles west of San Antonio. For those who aren't familiar with the park, it is a popular area for hiking, swimming on the Frio River, and tubing. And this accident happened right outside that park. That's where a small church bus from First Baptist Church of New Braunfels got into that head-on collision with a dually pickup. Multiple patients have been transported to University Hospital, and there are reports of as many as 7 people dead. Rick Ballesteros of Uvalde says he drove up on that scene, and he spoke with Fox San Antonio over the phone shortly after it happened.
We were 3 miles north of Garner, and when we approached the major accident right at the curve, right before you get to Garner, there was I believe like a 15-passenger little bus. Turned out to be a church bus with church occupants in it, and I believe like a 2011, 2012 Dodge dually pickup, white pickup. I was told by people that it was a head-on collision.
You could tell in his voice, Rick clearly shaken up after rolling up on what was a horrific scene, as he put it. Now, we checked with First Baptist Church of New Braunfels, their Facebook page, as we look at Sky Fox live above the scene there. They say seniors were headed back from a retreat at Alto Frio Camp and Conference Center when that accident happened. And tonight they're asking for the community's prayers, and they'll be holding a vigil at the church this evening. And they're asking for anyone who wants to come out and pray with them to come to this church. So what does this mean for those who may have to travel in this area? Well, it's not good news for Highway 83 North near this state park. Traffic has been shut down there, as investigators will likely be working for several hours to figure out what went wrong. Traffic is being rerouted through County Road 350 and FM 1050. Several people have been posting on our station Facebook page talking about how this area has been a problem for motorists in the past, with fast speeds and several accidents. Again, we still don't know what caused this wreck. We're trying to figure that out, and we're working with multiple law enforcement agencies to get the very latest on that. We could tell you on the scene, the swarm of activity, Uvalde County Fire Marshal, DPS, EMS units, as well as Air Life on the scene. So once again, as many as 7 fatalities in this church bus crash. We're going to have the very latest on foxsanantonio.com, and we'll have a full report tonight on Fox News at 9. We now return to regular programming.
We now return to regular programming. A church bus left unrecognizable after a crash in a nearby town. In a Fox San Antonio exclusive, an eyewitness's detailed account of what happened moments after impact that had medical jumpers scrambling to the scene. Plus,
driving drunk and busted, who authorities found in the backseat of his car, and why this is not his first time in trouble with the law.
And
introducing America's newest citizens. How a beloved children's book author helped more than 40 immigrant children from all around the world become official U.S. citizens. Fox News at 9 starts now.
12 people have been confirmed killed. 2 people in the bus have survived. The driver of the truck also survived.
First on Fox, we are learning more information about the horrific church bus crash we first broke this afternoon. Tonight, DPS has confirmed the driver of the pickup is responsible in the crash that killed 12 and injured 3 more.
It happened about 90 miles west of San Antonio just after noon today, south of Garner State Park along Highway 83. Good evening. Thanks for joining us. I'm Elisa Amigo.
And I'm Ryan Wolf. First Baptist Church of New Braunfels is asking for prayers tonight in the face of this unimaginable tragedy. We have team coverage. Camilla Rambaldi live at First Baptist Church of New Braunfels. But first we begin with Emily Bockham, who has been on the scene all day long. And Emily, it looks like it's still a very active scene right now.
It is. Troopers are still out here right now. And this was a time, Elisa, that was supposed to be all about fun and faith. just turned into unspeakable tragedy. The road is still closed, and you can see where the church bus on its way back from a senior women's retreat struck by a pickup truck. State troopers are still investigating why that truck veered into oncoming traffic. This is such a big scene. The NTSB is on its way to help. 12 people on the bus, including the driver, are dead. 2 passengers were injured. So was the driver of the pickup truck. So altogether, 12 dead, 3 injured. A lot of emotions out here, and even the most veteran first responders are shaken.
We're used to working fatal crash scenes, but first time that we've ever seen something like this happen with so many confirmed dead at one time. It doesn't happen often, so our guys are holding up very well, and they're doing the job that they've been trained to do.
We've been told by witnesses that this curve is pretty dicey. A lot of accidents out here. This one by far the worst. And we know that a couple of hours away in New Braunfels, it is shaking the community to the core. Reporting live near Concan, Emily Baucom, Fox News at 9.
All right, thank you, Emily. Now let's head out to Fox San Antonio's Camilla Rambaldi.
Yes, she's live in New Braunfels with reaction from the First Baptist Church tonight. Camilla.
Good evening, Ryan, Elise. As you can imagine, a very emotional day for all members of this church. All activities were canceled today, but the church remained open for a prayer service. Just a couple hours ago, we spoke with the senior pastor who told us unity is what's keeping this community together during this difficult time.
We're just gathered together and trying to encourage each other and work through the process the best we can.
Throughout the evening, grieving church members walked in and out of the church for a prayer service. A woman we spoke with told us her friend was on that bus. Tonight, she is feeling a lot of uncertainty as she waits for answers.
I tried calling one friend and I got her voicemail, so I don't know yet. It's a shock because, like I was saying to my husband, it just feels like, you know, sometimes you watch it on the news and it's just the news, but now it's here, it's home.
Again, tonight, members are still gathering in prayer here tonight. We've also learned to help families deal with this tragedy. Counselors will be available tomorrow. Reporting live tonight in New Braunfels, Camilla Rambaldi, Fox News at 9. Back to you.
And again, the pastor saying we are not promised tomorrow. We are closely following this story. For updates as they happen, head to our website. We'll post the information around the clock at foxsanantonio.com.